Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Open-Handed Classroom. I want to I want to extend a special thank you to you, yes, you, for stopping by. Notice, notice students that before us is a math question. And this question, I got this question from the 2018 Paper 2 Mathematics BJC examination. And note that this question is currently unsolved, but I assure you that by the end of this video, this question will be completed. So, are you ready? Are you ready to begin? Then let's dive in. We begin by reading the question. And the question states the following. The number of students in grade 9 at Grand Heights School is 120. Is 120 students. The ratio of boys to girls is 2 to 3. A. How many boys are in the school? I'm going to give you an opportunity to attempt this question on your own. So I encourage you to pause the video, try the question on your own, and I'll see you on the other side of the pause. Okay, now that you have attempted the question on your own, let us consider and deal with this question together. The question asks, how many boys are in the school? So our goal is to determine the number of boys that are in the school. And we are given some information. We're given that the ratio of boys to girls is 2 to 3, and we are given that there are 120 students in grade 9 at Grand Heights School. Okay, so in order to deal with this question, we are going to use this formula, this very one here. And the formula states the following. It says, if you want to determine the number of boys in the school, what you need to determine is, you need to determine the fraction of students that are boys, and you need also to determine the total number of students. Okay, so in order to apply this formula, we need to determine the fraction of students that are boys, and we also need to determine the total number of students. Okay, so let's deal with the first one. Let's find the fraction of the group that are boys. Okay, so we are going to find the fraction of the group that are boys. Okay, notice that, so we're trying to construct a fraction, and when you consider fractions have a numerator and fractions have a denominator. Okay, now the numerator of our fraction is going to be 2. Okay, note that note that note that note that the ratio that they gave us was 2 to 3. Okay, so the ratio that they gave us was 2 to 3, and it was the ratio of, you know what, let's consider our next slide that's blank. Good. So we have boys to girls. Okay, we have boys to girls, the ratio of boys to girls, and that ratio is 2 to 3. Okay, so we're going to take this 2 and we're going to use that 2 to be the numerator of our fraction that we're trying to construct. And then we're going to take the 2 and the 3 and we're going to add them. So we have 2 plus 3. We're going to add them, and that is going to form, or that is going to be the denominator of our fraction. So we have 5. 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 is the denominator of our fraction. So the fraction of the group, which are boys, is 2 over 5. Okay? Now, we already have one component. We already have the fraction of the students, which are boys. Now we need the total number of students. Note that from the question, we are given that the total number of students in grade 9 is 120. Okay, so this was given. We don't have to calculate that. Okay, so we have the components that we need to find the number of students in the school, which are boys. We have the fraction of students which are boys, which is 2 over 5. And we have the total number of students, which is 120. So we are going to multiply 2 over 5 and 120 over 1. So let us do that. Let us multiply 2 over 5, 2 over 5, and 120 over 1. Okay? And we can cancel. We say 5 divided by 5. Okay? And we say 5 divided by 120. Now, what is 5 divided by 5? Indeed, 5 divided by 5. 5 divided by 5 is indeed 1. Okay? What about 5 divided by 100? What about 120 divided by 5? What is that? Let us perform the division. So we have 5 as the divisor and 120 as the dividend. So we say 5 times 2. Indeed, 5 times 2 is 10, and we subtract. 12 minus 10 is indeed 2, and we bring down the 0. 5 times 4 gives us exactly 20, and we subtract and we get 0 and 0. So 5 times 24 is indeed 120. Therefore, we continue as follows. So we have that 120 divided by 5 is indeed 5. Sorry, is indeed 24. Okay, so now we rewrite as follows. We have 2 over 1 multiplied by not 120 but 24 over 1. Now 2 over 1 is the same thing as 2, and 24 over 1 is the same thing as 24. So we are left with 2 times 24. What is 2 times 24? Let's see. 24 times 2. Indeed, 2 times 4 equals 8, and 2 times 2 equals 4. So the answer is 48. Okay? So therefore, so thus, right? Thus the number of students in the class, the number of students, the number of boys in the school is 48. Okay, so that's the number of boys in the school. We applied the formula and we got 48. The number of boys in the school is 48.